When you give it right away, you may be calming the moment, but quietly teaching ask faster next time. Picture a familiar scene. Your child reaches for the cookie bag, and before you answer, you gently cover it with your hand and take one slow breath. What does that breath teach? Most parents believe giving it immediately keeps the peace and protects connection. And sometimes it truly does, especially when you're tired, rushed, or already holding a lot. But in a child's world, the moment between I want and I get is not empty. It's a tiny lesson about how life works. If this feels familiar, stay with me and let's explore 5 quiet mistakes that can make the right now louder without you ever meaning to. The first mistake is the autopilot yes. You're at the door, one shoe on, one shoe missing, and they ask to bring a toy, so you say sure, while your eyes stay on the clock. To them, it can feel like things are the quickest path to your attention. This isn't about being too generous. It's about skipping the soft moment where they feel you actually meet them. When the yes arrives without connection, some children learn to speed up asking because speed seems to work better than calm. A gentler shift can be tiny. Try a one-breath pause. Meet their eyes and say, "You really want to bring something," before you answer. Sometimes it's enough to offer one steady choice, one small toy or one book, so the moment feels guided, not grabbed. The second mistake is explaining while handing it over. You're in the grocery aisle, they reach for a bright snack, and you whisper, "Not today," while your hand is already dropping it into the cart to avoid a scene. Inside, they may decide your words don't mean much, and persistence is the real language. The mixed message is the hard part. Your voice says one thing, your hands say another, and children usually believe the hands. Over time, they may push harder and faster, not because they're trying to control you, but because they're learning what actually moves the world. A small, steady fix is to let your hands match your message. Keep the snack on the shelf and say, "Not this one," in a calm, plain tone. Then offer a yes you can truly keep, like letting them choose the apples or press the button at checkout, so they still feel included without needing to chase the snack. The third mistake is the unpredictable rescue. Maybe it shows up at bath time. They ask for one more toy, and some nights you add it because it feels harmless, but other nights you refuse because you're trying to end the day. What they might quietly hear is, "I have to keep asking because the answer changes." This isn't a lecture about perfection. It's just a reminder that uncertainty can make a child's wanting feel like an emergency. When a boundary moves around, some kids don't relax. They escalate because they're trying to figure out where the edge is. A softer approach is to anchor the moment with one simple, repeatable pattern. 2 toys in the bath, said the same way each night, even when you're tired. And if you do need to bend the rule once in a while, it helps to name it as a special moment. Tonight is different, so the usual rhythm still feels real and dependable. The fourth mistake is rewarding urgency without noticing. You're on a call, your child walks in and asks for the tablet, and you hand it over immediately because you don't want to ignore them or start a storm. In their body, this can register as, "If I need something, I should get louder fast." Here's the counterintuitive part. The more a child experiences urgent asking leading to instant getting, the more urgency can become their default. They aren't trying to run the home. They're practicing what they've learned works best under pressure. One gentle shift is to build a tiny bridge instead of an instant yes. You can say, "After I finish this sentence," and let your finger mark one moment so they feel the line without feeling rejected. Then offer a waiting anchor, a small job, a drawing page, or a timer they can watch, so waiting becomes something they can do, not just something they must endure. And the fifth mistake is the one that sits deepest, holding the limit but leaving the child alone. They ask for candy before dinner, you say no, their face crumples, and you step away because you're trying not to give in. They may walk away thinking, when I feel a lot, I lose you. The boundary isn't the problem, the separation is. Children don't only need limits, they need to feel held while they meet the limit. When you disappear during big feelings, a child can learn that emotions break connection, and that can make the next request come out sharper and more urgent. A kinder alternative is to stay near without changing your answer. You can kneel, keep your voice low, and say, I won't change my mind, and I'm right here. Sometimes it's enough to be the calm place they can lean against, so the lesson becomes, I can be upset, and I'm still safe with you. If you're hearing all of this and thinking, but life is busy, sometimes I just need it to be quiet, that makes sense. This isn't about never saying yes, and it isn't about turning your home into a place of constant waiting. It's about one small shift, slowing down the moment just enough that your child feels your presence first and the answer second. Over time, that small order, connection, then response can soften the urgency without you having to fight it. So today, if you want one simple way to remember the whole idea, hold it like this: pause, match, anchor, bridge, and stay close. Pause so you're not answering on autopilot. Match your words with your hands. Anchor the routine so your child doesn't have to guess. Bridge the waiting so they know you'll follow through. And stay close to the feelings even when the answer is no. If you'd like a gentle next step, watch our next video about what to do when your child melts down after you say no. Not to stop the feelings, but to stay steady through them. And you're always welcome to stay here with Mindful Parenting.